All right, here we go with break number 2. This is PYT 725, our 24 Topps Cosmic Football. Again, you guys are guessing the player on the nucleus parallel. We should have one nucleus per box. And good luck to everybody in this one. This one is full, but we do have spots in the rest of the breaks tonight. So if you guys want to grab those, now's the time. Use that link in the chat. Quick second, the update. In that last listing there. All right, here we go. 4 cards per pack, 20 packs per box. Okay, get those guesses in for the player on the nucleus in this one for 20 credit. Autos are possible, they're not guaranteed. Planetary pursuits are possible in here as well. There should be the one nucleus refractor per box. Good luck to everybody in this one. We got Devin Hester to start. Bruce Smith, Peyton Manning, Trey Benson, rookie. That is Jason Taylor, Jason Sehorn, Jerome Bettis, and Chop Robinson, rookie. Eli Manning, Santana Moss. Ooh, we got a gold star command of Warren Moon. That'll be out of 50. 41 out of 50 on the Warren Moon. There's Will Shipley. Terrell Owens, Dan Fouts, Joe Montana on the star command, Cooper DeJean, the rookie there. That's that. Bruce Matthews, Marshall Falk, Drew Bledsoe. That's the purple out of 150. That is going to the Patriots. That's Drew Bledsoe for the Patriots. And Cedric Gray going to what team's in Tennessee. Get your guesses on the player on the nucleus in this one. There's Adrian Peterson, Jamal Charles, Christian Okoye, Malachi Corley for the Jets on the rookie there. Warren Moon, Will Levis on the launch into orbit, Drew Brees Star Command, and Quinyon Mitchell for the Eagles. Up next after this one is our 25 Donruss Elite Football Hobby, PYT 715. Grab your teams in that one. We got Jason Witten, Stephen Davis, for the Panthers, Todd Heap, Jalen McMillan. Here's our nucleus. We'll save that to the end. We know it's in that pack. We saw that Silver Scope parallel looking card there. Ozzie Newsome, Earl Campbell, Cole Bishop out of 75. That's going to the Bills. Here's On Newton for the Commanders. And up next is Donruss Elite Football. After this one, Keenan McCardell, Ricky Williams, Richard Sherman, Bub Means for the Saints. Keyshawn Johnson, Donovan McNabb, Kellen Winslow, Kamari Lasser, Chris Johnson. Oh, we got an auto, and that's a good one. How about a Jaden Daniels rookie auto out of 50? The Milky Way marks. Big hit for the Commander spot in this one. Congrats. That is 1 out of 50 on that one. On card, rookie auto. Big hit right there for Washington. Milky Way marks autograph. Jaden Daniels. Awesome hit right there for the Commander spot. There's Steve Young. We still got several packs left. You guys still have time to guess the player on that nucleus as well. Jonah Ellis. Jim Everett. D'Angelo Hall. Dan Marino. And Tyler Guyton for Dallas. And what a hit that was for the Washington spot. There's Brett Favre, Chad Johnson. And then we got the McCaffrey Star Cluster. The Broncos and Commanders, that one we will have to random at the end. We'll set that next to our, there's Frank Gore, to our nucleus pack there, off to the side. Maurice Jones-Drew, Kurt Warner, Bo Jackson, Ben Sinnott. We got about 4 or 5 packs left counting our nucleus pack. There's Billy Sims, Ed McCaffrey, Roger Staubach, George Gordon, Eric Moles, Terrell Suggs. There's a star cluster of Neighbors, Worthy, and Coleman. So we got the Giants, Bills, and Chiefs, if anybody has 2 of those teams. And Giants, Bills, Chiefs. Looks like that one will be random as well at the end. Troy Franklin. We got 2 to random. We still got our nucleus pack. There's Dante Culpepper, Lawrence Taylor, Luke McCaffrey, Chris Jenkins. Final pack before our nucleus pack. That is Tim Brown, Darren Sproles, Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Brooks. There's our nucleus pack. I'll move these star clusters over as well. We'll random those off at the end. Take these off the back. We got Emmitt Smith on the Galaxy Greats. James Williams for Tennessee. Boomer Esiason. And our nucleus and guess of the break is going to be C.J. Stroud for the Texans. C.J. Stroud is the guess of the break here. Let's top load these. Then we'll do our random. Then we'll do our recap. Nice box of Topps Chrome Cosmic. We didn't get any Planetary Pursuits, but hey, we got a Gene Daniels auto out of 50. We'll take that any day of the week. All right, we're going to do 2 randoms here for the star clusters. We got one going to be for the Commanders Broncos for the McCaffreys. And then we got the one with the Chiefs, Giants, Bills. So we'll do the Broncos, Commanders, and then we got the trio there to random off. So let me get those list randomizers pulled up here. Get these set up. All right, we get the Commanders. All right, let's do. Let me get the other one up. It was Bills, Chiefs, the Giants on that one. All right, let's do the Commanders Broncos one first. Here's our list. Let's roll the dice. We got 4 and 1 for 5 times. So we'll randomize this list 5 times. Whichever team's in the top spot after the 5th randomization will get that card. 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5th and final time, 5 times. That is going to the Commanders. The Commanders. All right, so we'll put a C here for the star cluster. All right, we got one more to random off. The Bills, Chiefs, and Giants. That's the Malik Neighbors, Xavier Worthy, Keon Coleman card. Let's re-roll the dice here. We have 2 and 3 for 5 times on this one. 1. Why did that randomize? 1. I don't know what's going on. There we go. 2, 3, 4. And this should be, we got 4 times there. It was 5, right? 2 and 3 for 5. Okay, this will be our 5th and final time. And that is going to the Bills. 5 times. 2 and 3 is 5. The Bills are going to get that one. And there they are. All right. So that'll do it for this one. So the Bills will get the Malik Neighbors, Xavier Worthy, Coleman Star Cluster. And the Commanders will get the Luke and Ed McCaffrey Star Cluster. And we'll do our recap here. We had the Star Command, Warren Moon. That's going to go to Tennessee. That is 41 out of 50 on that one. Then we have the Drew Bledsoe out of 150. One of the Patriots. Bishop out of 75, 8 out of 75 for the Bills. CJ Stroud on the nucleus, and then the hit of the night so far, the Milky Way marks. That is Jaden Daniels on the on-card auto, 1 out of 50 on that one. Congrats to the Commanders on that hit. You all for grabbing your spots, getting your guesses in on that one. That'll do it for break number 2. Now we got the 25 Donruss Elite Football. Let me update the title here. We'll update the title. We'll update the list. We did have spots available. This one, if anybody wants to grab any of those spots, use the link in the chat. Use that code. Get those